Gentlemen, how are you doing today? I've been doing great. Thank you for asking. Mostly because I haven't been watching porn, which is kind of the whole point of this here. But anyway, let's get down to this video. The point of this video. What is the point of this video? Mostly just update, say what's been going on, say what I've been doing, say some of the stuff that I've learned, and really there's probably going to be follow-up videos to this because I'm working on some stuff in my brain. I'm figuring out how things tie together, and hopefully I will be able to provide some things for you guys to look for in that regard soon, those of you who are on this journey. So anyway, like I said, lately things have been good, and you know, for all my optimism and you know, just refusal to surrender and all that, I've got to say, relapsing has been probably the worst thing to happen to me in the past 2 years. And you know, some stuff has happened in the past 2 years. A few things that people would normally consider to be decently bad, especially when you compare it to something as seemingly mundane and commonplace as watching pornography. But you know, the last 2 years have had some family issues, breakups, things like that. Things that are normally more, less common and less regular than watching porn is for most people. But those things did not affect me in the same way that this did. And like I said, for all my optimism and everything, it really did quench my fire as far as just, you know, attacking life and attacking this mission that I believe that I have in regards to helping guys quit porn and stuff like that. The effect it had on me was just tremendous, and maybe that's because it's directly related to the mission there and the failing thereof, but even beyond that, just a huge profound effect. And I really only can notice that when I'm where I am right now, you know, haven't been watching porn, and I can see the difference. I can feel the difference firsthand, and it's, you know, it's different. You know, that's all I can say. You got to feel it for yourself. It's weird. You know, I say, you know, pornography snuffed out that fire, and that really is the best way that I can describe it. I can't really, you know, it's hard to quantify it any more clearly than that. So, as far as that goes, what those of you who are familiar with the situation recently, basically what happened was I wasn't relapsing during waking hours or anything like that. Still wasn't watching porn during all of the circumstances under which I had resisted porn before. It was this weird, just weird stuff going on, which is ongoing, by the way, where I wake up in the middle of the night and that's the first thing on my mind. It's all I'm thinking about, and I'm, you know, kind of halfway asleep. Higher cognitive functions aren't really warmed up yet or anything, and I literally forget, you know, the lessons that I learned, my reasons and everything. I forget what I've learned about, you know, common lessons that I've talked about. You know, curiosity is always a lie, or that you know, not to take that first step, you know, because it always leads to something else and something else, or at the very least you begin to erode your discipline, things like that. Okay, all these things that I've been talking about for so long that I've got in my head are forgotten. You know, wake up in the middle of the night and it's just gone. And so what I have been doing lately is, and I'm still working on the theory of how this works. I've got some ideas, and the way my brain works, I'm super into theory and how things work and stuff like that. So it's kind of, you'll notice me smiling a little bit here because that kind of stuff really is exciting to me. I think I'm just weird like that, but whatever. But anyway, so what I've been doing, just we'll cover the execution side of it right now. Theory can wait until I actually have a cohesive theory. Reading the book Pre-Suasion, already mentioned it before, and it's funny that I keep getting lessons from this because it really is not the kind of book that would be, you know, that seems to be written for this kind of purpose. But anyway, he mentions the a technique for using on your own brain called if or when then planning. That is, if or when this happens, then I do this. And it's kind of just to, go ahead and set a plan of action in stone there, or in gray matter, and that way you don't have to think about how to respond when the time comes. You don't have to apply your logic or reason or anything like that to decide on the course of action in the moment, because the course of action has already been decided. And the way that this works, it seems a lot more concrete than just deciding, okay, well, I'm not going to do X, Y, Z anymore, or okay, I'm not going to, whatever anymore. And I have some theories about why that is, but I'll save that for later. But it is a lot more effective than just normally deciding, okay, I'm not going to do this, or I am going to do this, or even worse off, oh, I need to stop doing this, or I need to start doing this, which is, pretty much the weakest thing you could do, to say I need to do something without actually deciding to do it. But anyway, so what I started doing is right before bed, I repeat to myself a few times, if I wake up before my alarm goes off, setting specific parameters here. If I wake up before my alarm goes off, then I will not visit any website with pornography on it, which is pretty strict, because there are a lot of non-porn websites that have pornography on it, and I just wanted to go ahead and sweep it clean, and just, I don't need to be browsing the web or anything late at night anyway. If anything, I need to be getting back to sleep, but a little bit of reading is not going to hurt. A little bit of checking on Twitter or whatever is not gonna be an issue for me, most likely, because at that point it's usually difficult to fall back asleep soon anyway. But anyway, so, and the crazy thing that happened in that case is, before I would try to remind myself of the lessons I learned before bed, remind myself that, how committed I am and everything, and none of that was working. This, though, I do that, I set that if-then kind of plan in place, and when I wake up in the middle of the night, and I'm groggy and my higher cognitive functions are not yet operational, I still get that urge, I still get that powerful temptation, and don't really have any coherent reason in my mind not to go through with it. But it's like there's this, it's almost like my brain is on lockdown at that point. It's like it's hard to describe, but it seems like this specific kind of planning works on a much simpler level in your consciousness, or a much lower level in your consciousness, that it just can kind of undercut those low consciousness kinds of behaviors, like, feeling horny, so you've got to look at porn or something like that. Just completely undercut it and stop it and hold it until I wake up and I can, remember what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and, deal with it the way that I normally do. And surprisingly effective. I don't know all the theory behind this, and I've kind of given away part of how I think it works, the higher consciousness versus lower consciousness functions, and how this particular tactic attacks the lower consciousness versus the higher consciousness. Again, just my theory. I don't know brain science and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know about psychology and stuff like that. But that's the feeling I get from my experience with it. So, again, could probably talk for a long time like this, because, like I said, I'm crazy about the theory and all that kind of stuff. But that's what I've been doing lately, and it's been successful consistently so far. Stay up to date here, but there's just been a huge difference in day-to-day life and outlook and stuff, and it is fantastic, and I love it. And that fire is coming back here. You know, this whole channel and the mission and everything, it got to feel almost more like an embarrassment or even a burden, rather than, you know, this kind of passion that I have when I was in the middle of all that. And now it's coming back to me. You know, now I'm, you know, really understanding and remembering why I'm doing this and what I'm doing this for, and how important it is, and how much I really want to do this. So that has been me lately. I hope that covers all the ground as far as everything I wanted to cover today. Productivity too. Productivity is up, which is nice. But yeah, that is it for now. So yeah, not going to drag this on. It's already been 11 minutes, and I don't like making long videos, even though I do from time to time. So y'all have a good day. God bless you guys. Hop on Twitter. Follow me there. Twitter has been blowing up this last month. My Twitter anyway, compared to my regular standards. You know, growth is way up compared to what growth and everything normally is for me. And, you know, it's a good time to be on Twitter since it's in its death throes and it's probably going to be killing itself soon with censorship. So hop on there while you still can. Also follow me on Gab. That is probably going to be the next thing, you know, the replacement for Twitter whenever I finally get banned there for saying traps are gay or something like that. So, like I said, y'all have a good day. God bless you guys. Take it easy but not too easy, and I will talk to you later.